Man, what it do, what it is in this thing. What's up with you? How you feeling? How you hugging, loving yourself? This is God is curing this thing, the creator, transferring your pain to heal with the purpose. You know something? When I came up with that name in 2018, and I look at how much shit that I have truly transmuted and things I'm still transmuting, it was like, it just clicked. It was like, man, you ever been in this space? I'm talking about you was pushed up against the wall and like shit just happening that's out of your control, and then you sitting there saying how you ready for this and you ready for that, you want change and so many different things, and it truly gonna be like, man, look, it don't matter how many times you gotta fucking start over, you know, just don't stop, just don't fucking give up on yourself. It don't matter how many breaks your ass gotta take to get to where the fuck you going. Do that. Like, being in a space to where you see your fuck ups. You see that shit, man. You feel that shit. And then you say, you know something, okay, I'm gonna finish doing these fuck ups, and then I'm finna go back to the drawing board and start back over on some shit. You gotta go through life. And how else you gonna learn if you don't experience it? How else are you gonna learn if you don't fall down? How else if you're gonna learn, like, people gonna judge? I remember when I really found out a lot of true stuff about who we were, and I just used to go on my FB and just posting it, right? So then, you know, you have your nosy ass relatives that they won't post, they won't like shit, they won't share shit. But them motherfuckers will get around you and they could tell you every goddamn thing that you post. And I used to look upside their head like, why is you on my shit? Because me, especially, like, I was upset. I was like, you mean tell me all these goddamn shit that was over 2 decades, these folks had lied about who we were? They really didn't want us to know who the hell we are? And they put all these different laws and shit into place so that we couldn't. That's why I know now. Listen, I don't give a damn how many times I done been hurt in this point in my life. I'm not giving up on the indigenous man and indigenous woman and indigenous children. I know the power behind it. I know the importance. Me as a woman, the type of woman that I am, man, I know the importance of having men in my life. I might not be with nobody, you know, but that time will come when it's supposed to. But in the meantime, like, I know the power behind it. That's why I do, man, make sure I'm encouraging somebody else, you know, and they pouring back into me too. That's why I do. I'll send a text. It's folks that I ain't never met before, even on here. Like, I've never met you a day in my life, but I will get on here and I will send some encouraging words your way, because I remember, man, going through life and the shit was just, it was a lot sometimes. Like, I can honestly look at me and I see why a person really don't like me. I can see why they hate me, because it's like, baby, nothing has ever stopped me. Ain't shit in life has stopped me from getting my ass up and moving forward. Even my children learned about me. My children have seen me go through it. There were times to where, man, we was in a situations, man, and my children had to see enough, like they saw that part. But then when they look at me now, they were like, Mama, I'm proud that you decided to heal. Like, I'm proud of that shit. Man, listen. Some things that I had experienced, baby, I could have went straight rage on a motherfucker because they were deserving of it. It was like, man, you put me in a position and you went against me. Hold on, eat my mint. You went against me at a time to where I had already been going through something in my life. At a time to where I thought you had my back like I had yours. At a time to where instead of you coming to me, you talking about me to everybody else, but you couldn't address me when I'm coming to you about shit you saying about me. You don't know what I'm talking about. These are lies. You went against me at a time to where I had lost everything and I was rebuilding myself, man, and never in my life went against you. That shit taught me. My children saw me fall down. And I had never in my life been that low in my life. Because my children always say, Mama, you always doing from your heart. You always doing for people. And sometimes them people don't even show up for you. And I said, sons, y'all know something. I'm glad y'all see that. I'm glad you know that you got that type of parent, that type of mother, and I'm that type of woman to where I done pulled up on people and I knew that they come pull up on me back. But it was just That was a part of me before. And I tell them, I said, man, that's why I tell my son, see, I done dealt with a toxic parent before. I done dealt with that shit, and I don't deal with it no more. So I tell my sons, if I am ever toxic to you all, I'm not going to be in your life. It don't matter how much I love you. I don't want to hurt you. It don't matter, man, how much I'm going to pull up and be there for you. Man, when I'm not going against my children for no fucking body. I don't give a fuck who you are. Them my children that I birthed. Man, you know how crazy that shit is? To see the shit that people go through, and to see the shit that a person will put you through, and you look at them like, damn, really? I'm not gonna go against my own fucking seeds for the next. No. I don't give a fuck how much I might not understand them. I'm here for you. It was times to where I know people didn't understand me, and instead they talked about me. They judged me. And them same motherfuckers that talked about me, that judged me, that went sideways, and I had to learn, like, when I tell you, man, I was forced out of them situations. I'm so grateful now. When I was going through it, I couldn't understand. I was like, damn, why the fuck I'm going through this shit? But it was like, man, you sitting here. I was in a space. I was in plenty of space, but I was in one particular space that I'll never forget. I remember being able to provide, man, some positivity to somebody, knowing that I really did need that shit myself, but I knew what it felt like. I knew what it felt like to be alone. I knew what it felt like, man, to cry when nobody was looking. I knew what it felt like to be, like, really saying I'm good when I really was hurting inside, because I was so fucking sick or tired, like, always the one that pulling up. And it's like, damn, you know, I learned how to mother at a young age, so I grew up so fast. And I've been healing my inner child within me. And I've been healing her because it's some shit that she ain't deserve. It's some my own fuck ups included, but there are some things to where, like, I really gotta let her know, like, man, you good now. I'm Divine 31, but I'm also, man, going back to every part of me. And that shit take time. Healing ain't to where shit, you wake up one day and you 100% healed. Hell no. Shadow work ain't to where shit, you wake up the next day and that shit is done. Every fucking day you gotta decide to heal. And every day, whenever you are ready in that space, to decide to where, are you gonna keep being like this, or do you want more for yourself? And when you saying you want more for yourself, yes, you're gonna walk the paths by yourself. Yeah, you're going to have to be the one that have to pull up on yourself. Yeah, you're going to have to be the one that sometimes you can't talk about some of the shit that you're going through because you're still going through it. You got to be the one, man, that create that blueprint, because can't nobody help you. You can't get on Google and find that shit. You can't go to the elder sometimes. Sometimes it's just you. You got to go through life. I'm telling you this because I had to tell myself this shit. It's some things that it didn't make sense to me at first. Like, I really did think that when you are with somebody, like, you can just give all of you and pour into them while you kind of pouring into yourself. But when they telling you they don't want you doing this, you stop doing all that shit and you think it's going to get better. And I look at that shit and I'm like, no. There was a time. That's why I talk about when my marriage did fail. I talk about when I did mess up myself. I know the responsibility that I had, like the books that I pour into myself, the things that I do within myself. Like, I'm constantly investing in my damn self, so I can get better in the areas that I was struggling in, the areas that I didn't know. It's a lot of shit that I was never taught, but I don't let that stop me from saying that, well, I'm not gonna get better because of this. No, just because I was not taught that don't mean that I'm just gonna stop. Hell no. I'm going to keep on investing in myself. I'm going to keep on doing what I have to do, because I am the one that's showing my children them real healing. I'm showing them that I done fell the fuck down, and I'm really figuring this shit out. And I had to figure it out at a time to where I couldn't call nobody sometimes to show me how to get through it. I just had to go through that shit. That's why I can talk to certain individuals, even the younger ones. Like, for so long, I've always spoke to younger children, because for a long time, I always said that this is how I was going to give back. That's how I give back. And one of the things that I do is when I do talk about my own fuck-ups and what I overcame and all that type of shit, because I don't sit there and be like, well, it's this person's fault. It's for all of us. It's for every last one of us. Like, where you are in your life, man, if you look back right now, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the people that I've seen grow. We may not even have relationships with each other anymore. We may not be into the life, but I am proud of the fact that I did see you, man. You went through it. And here you are today. You have rise. You're rising. And you're not letting shit stop yourself. You getting the fuck out your own way. You're not making no excuses and saying, because I ain't got this, is why I'm not going to do it. You take the little that you got and increase it. You take the little that you got to become better. You become stronger from it. Yeah, it's some people that's not going to like you. It's some people that don't want to see you win. But GQ, man, if you walking in and interrogating and you being authentic as fuck, some people, I know with me as a woman, I'm very beautiful, very attractive. Like, them looks don't mean shit. It is my fucking soul. There are parts of me that everyone won't ever get to see. Like, there are some parts that I had to keep for myself, but then there are other parts to where I have learned how to balance it out. Like, learning how to balance my masculine and my feminine in this life, it has been so helpful, because there was a time to where when I was married, I was mainly masculine shit because I was taught up that I ain't need no man. So I had to go through that and learn that, yeah, you do need a man. Yes, you do. A woman and a man do need each other, but it got to be, some respect there. It got to be to where I'm not going to put you down. You're not going to put me down. It got to be to where you can come up out of a fucked up situation, man, and end up in something better, but you have to work on yourself. So the work that has been done on me for years is where I had to go within myself. I'm the strong person. I'm the one that everybody can hit up because I know what it feels like. But at the same time, I had to also tell myself, you the strong person, but you need assistance too. Start allowing certain individuals to assist you. That's very hard for me, man. It's just not that me being a tyrant. It's just I'm private too. But at the same time, I just know that everybody, man, if people were really like me, if people really could take what a person has told them and cremate that shit and not have to worry about when they get done, open themselves up and they got to scratch their head and say, damn, I wonder if such and such going to go back and say what I shared and when I was very vulnerable. Like, they ain't got to worry about that with me. When folks share shit with me, it's gone. Like, we ain't finna be bringing that shit up. Somebody, yeah, you know, no. I take pride in it because that's me. I take pride into that because that's some shit that when I look at my children, like, I know what it feel like to be humiliated and embarrassed. I know what it feel like for a person to make it sound like you just crazy as fuck. And you not crazy. It's just that don't nobody know behind closed door what somebody else is telling you. And you got to live through that shit. Like, they see the good of you now. But there were times to where, like, I know I fucked up. You know, I tell them youngest babies when I was 21 and all that type of shit, that's why sometimes, y'all, you got to step away. You can't just charge it at that man. You can't just be in your emotions and shit and be like, you did this to me. He probably did do that to you. You probably did do that to him. But at the same time, man, y'all know what's up. If somebody tell you that they love you and they want something with you, and then you find the evidence that it's different, it's like you got to ask yourself, man, are you going to stick around when you find whatever type of evidence that you out here looking for? If you don't want to get with the cheat, exit. Like, create you a strategy. If you don't want to deal with all the other stuff, there are some things that ain't no damn deal breaker. It be more than cheating sometimes. But you still can have a healthy relationship. But you got to work on yourself. You got to control your fucking emotions. Ever since I've been learning how to control my goddamn emotions, my life has been really peaceful. I be sitting back laughing when people be wanting me to get in my emotions. I be like, you a damn fool. I will not get in my type. Hell no. Because I remember when I was in my emotion was everywhere. And when I was pregnant and what I was experiencing. And it's like, I have overcame and I have healed a lot. I also remember where I was wrong in some things. I apologized when I was 21. I apologized probably like when I was like 26, 27, when I really thought back on like how I was wrong, even though it was that person that got me into that, doing that. But it was like, no. With healing, I set my ass down and I assessed myself and I was like, yeah, you still was wrong regardless of how that person made that other shit come out. You could have just walked away. You could have just been like, hell no, it's really time for me to move and go on by my business. So now in my divine 31, when I'm pouring into somebody else, I'm letting them know whatever you decide to do in your life, that's your business. But at the same time, man, make sure you can't listen. I don't judge people for many reasons. But I done stayed in situations for a long time. I'm knowing I deserve better, but I wanted that better to be with that person. Like, I done been there before, and that's why you don't see me with nobody now. because I'm taking my fucking time. Like, people be just jumping from person to person. Well, people be like, damn, this person right here look good. They got their shit together. Oh, I want to get them a chance. All that type of stuff. Fuck how you look. Who the fuck are you behind closed doors? What's up with your goddamn soul? Like, are you really doing the work that you needs to be doing within your goddamn self? See, I never been a type that went for cars, that went for what somebody got. Never. And I'm not gonna ever be her. Like, I don't count nobody's pocket. It's some people that got a whole lot of money and they shitty as fuck. It's some people that really ain't got it like that. But their character, like who they are as a person, that shit hold more weight to the person that got the money and shit. So it's like, you working on yourself, you building your goddamn self, you getting on your ass when you knowing that you not right. You listening when you shouldn't be talking. Because sometimes we just gotta be quiet. It's okay. It's sometimes, man, I knew I was right. When I was younger, on some real shit, that's how I know I done grew. And my cousin left me the other day when I said this shit. My mouth used to be so vicious to where I knew I was right. I could kill a motherfucker with them words of mine. And you gonna feel that shit. Ooh, especially if you had hurt my feelings. You was finna feel it. But then, when I started healing, I was like, baby, you was mean on some shit that you ain't have to be mean on. But I had to do my own shadow work. I had to be like, why were you like that? Then when I broke down everything that really was like why I was like that, I was like, okay, it makes sense. Do I do it now? No, I don't. That's why when I be right on some shit, I ain't nobody face like, I told your ass. Nope. They figured this shit out that I was right. I move on. Sometimes they come back and be like, man, you know you was right. I don't be like, I told you I was right. I let them see for themselves. Sometimes you really gotta allow people to fall on their fucking own. You can't be the one always there to lift them up and pick them up no matter what the hell they got going on. We make a decision. I don't give a damn how much information you may provide to this world. It's on every individual to figure out if this what they want for their life, not you. Because I know it was time some of my folks were scratching their damn head at me like, now, this motherfucker knows she deserves better and she's still in this shit. They just had to let me go through it. I just had to make my own mind up. Yep, they probably seen it, but I had to just experience that shit for myself. So that when that time came and I was ready to walk away from whoever it was, or whenever they left me alone, I had to just sit with that shit. I had to just deal with it. I had to heal from it. That's why 3+ years ago, like, it was some pain back there. It was some hurtness. Now, it's shit peaceful. I'm happy. I be smiling like a motherfucker because I know damn well, like, I really did. You can give your all. You can do your best. You can give so many things, but at the same time, does it mean that a person gonna be like, they appreciate that shit? Sometimes a person not. When y'all out here moving how you move and you building, let me share this with you. I done built a lot, but when I was building it, I wasn't looking at it like I was building, like I was, doing some things, putting this together, putting that together. But when I sit back and I be like who I am as a person, I am proud of that. Because even when everything flowed together, even to this day, when people be like, what do you do? I do a lot of different things. And with who I am, it taught me that in the midst of my own storms, I was able to get out. I was able to have people pour into me like I pour into them. For once, I was able to really see that, yeah, people can help you, and I speak on that shit. When I was going through it from 2018 to 2019, man, sometimes you got to get assistance. Some people really don't have that. Some people, and a lot of times, be strangers. Now, some people, they're not going to talk about what they did for you. I don't give a fuck. I will not be talking about, man, I had to do this because I don't like shit like that. And some people, they may talk about it, other people may not. But while you are building whatever it is that you are creating, you stand firm in that shit. Everybody not going to be with you. Everybody is not going to support you. But you got to pull up on yourself. You got to support yourself. You got to believe in you. You really got to mind, when I say weed out all the distractions, sometimes you got to say no, even when you be wanting to say yes to some shit. Because is it going to get you to where you need to go? Do you have people in your life that really support you and push you when they see you fucking up and they be like, hey, what the fuck going on with you? Because this shit ain't like you. Like, you got to have people like that in your life. You always got them yes people tell you yes to everything. They don't need to be in your life because you can fuck some shit up and they still going to tell you yes. You also got to be able to look at yourself. You know what the fuck you really want to do in your goddamn life. No matter our ages. You know if you bullshit or not. You know if you finally pouring your all into what you want to do or not. It's just going to be with how things are set up for us, especially as indigenous people. Things were put into place so that we could depend on other things instead of depending on ourselves. It was put into place to where we will go against our own. When you start healing and you have your own tribe and you learning that I don't have to be cold towards everybody. Everybody not here to hurt you. Everybody not here to lie you. Everybody not here to fuck you over. But sometimes you gotta allow a person to see for themselves. Sometimes, man, you really can't have the answer. But depending on who it is, some of them not gonna want that shit. Some of them gonna tell you, shut the fuck up, let me figure it out. And you just step out the way and let them figure that shit out. Some of them will come to you, others may not. But in the midst of whatever it is that you have going on, that is not your responsibility. Within yourself, you have to figure out, as the person that you are, you're going to constantly grow. Your perspective going to constantly change. If you're not improving in your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual, then what are you doing? If you like where you are in your life, okay, say that. But don't pull others down in the midst of that. You knowing that you in a space in your life, man, to where you really ain't no good for nobody. Let nobody know that shit. If you in a space into your life, you selfish. Okay, you in a space into your life to where you be like, really fuck all y'all. Like that's like, let that shit be known. So some people don't know how to say thank you. Some people don't know really. People think that some of y'all regular. Do you think your ass is regular? Because I know I ain't. Just like all these big ass companies you see now, they all started somewhere. So it don't matter. You cannot see what you're doing as small. You got to see it as big. You got to see it as that you are needed in this world. You got to take whatever it is and grow from that. You got to take the things that was meant to kill you, that was meant to destroy you, that was meant to break your ass down. Like every day, you teaching yourself how to be positive and change your mind frame up every day. Even when you know some shit coming at you sideways, even when you know you can't go 0 to 1,000, all of that. But it's on you. Like, there are genuine people in this world, but people get tired. There are people in this world that you hadn't even came across yet. Like, so you keep putting whatever you putting into this world, man. Keep doing this shit. It don't matter if ain't nobody seeing it or saying nothing about it. You keep posting, you keep sharing, you keep talking about what the fuck you do. Keep on. Cause someday you gonna come across some the right type of energy in your life. And this shit gonna change your life. You honestly don't know who lives you out here changing. But when a person's time is up in your life, it's up. Like it's up. You can't force it. You can't be like, damn, man, she used to be so good between us and now we not even in each other's lives. Because y'all time was up. Appreciate the moment. That's also why I don't attach to people. We can be in each other's lives. And I'm talking about cool as shit, man, did some beautiful shit together. But when that time is up, I understand that I understand that shit is up. Whatever lesson I didn't get back then, on down the line, that lesson will come back and it'll show me this what you was supposed to be learning, but you were so focused on this. Allow yourself to stop wondering and worrying and stressing. Let it be however it's supposed to be, and you show up and you just do what you can. Okay? It's your life to live, not nobody else. So whether they believe in you or not, you gotta believe in yourself. Whether they see you or not, you gotta see yourself. Let that anger and shit go. Turn it into something else. Like, man, I remember, I'm gonna tell you some shit. I remember pouring some shit into somebody about me, and they were like, I'll never do that to you. And you know what happened? They did me the same way I had poured, the same way I had shared it, what had happened to me. They had fucked me up. And for them to turn around and do me like that, I was like, damn, you told me you wouldn't do it like that. Like you change yourself in so many different ways to where I really did believe that you won't do me like that. And they did me like that. They actually did me worse than what the fuck I had shared. So be mindful of what y'all are sharing. Like, somebody meet me right now. I ain't bringing up my motherfucking past, and they ain't got to bring theirs up. Goddamn it, if it come time to it, it'll get discussed. But if not, we're going to leave that shit where it's at. This the healed you. The unhealed you ain't got nothing to do with me. But who you are at this moment right now, you healed yourself. Like sometimes you really gotta just let the past. Everybody got to pass. Everybody you come in contact with, some good, some bad, some ugly. But are you gonna stop that from allowing you to get to know a person, to get to know people? Ask for people to be removed out your life and ask for strength. But some of the people gonna be removed out of your life is gonna hurt your heart. You gotta be able to stand in this shit. That's why it don't matter what the hell I done share with somebody, I still know who I am when it's all said and done. So I don't want to get on here and share that with somebody. Handle y'all business. Have the Saturday that y'all desire. Do what you gotta do.